In this video, we are going to look at 5 key elements to change the educational system. We recently met our friend Griffin, who was heading to Bhutan to study their educational system. You might not know, but Bhutan is one of the few countries in the world that does not measure his progress only in money. That is, that they are not using the gross domestic product, but rather they are trying to improve their gross national happiness. This is an index that is including elements such as equitable development and environmental conservation. Griffin wanted to know if their educational system is aligned with these values, and she was asking us how could she analyze it. So here there's going to be 5 key elements to understand and change educational systems. The first one is the teachers. By far, the most important factors in a child's experience at the school is their teachers. Relationships are at the core of quality education. And the most amazing thing is that no matter which educational system, you can always do something about it. And that's why evolving education is super focused on personal growth and development of teachers and facilitators. Showing humbleness, vulnerability, and coherence is key to create safe and brave learning spaces. For example, one of the most powerful things or one of the most powerful experiences a child can have is when a teacher telling them, I don't know, let's find that out. That shows a lot of humbleness. That means that you don't have the solutions to everything of all the problems in the world, but actually you have the opportunity and the willingness to look for those solutions. The second thing is showing vulnerability, saying, I made a mistake, I did it wrong. That also shows to kids that mistakes are part of the learning process and it's not something to be scared of or that we are going to get punished if we make a mistake, but it's part of the process, it's part of learning. And the third thing is coherence. Young people will act accordingly to their values when they see their adults acting according to their values, acting like that there is a coherence with the things that they say, do, and think. 2, evaluations. We value what we measure. And one of the key restrictions of educational systems are evaluations. Evaluations are transforming learning into studying. And many young people have to stop learning something that they are passionate about to start studying for an exam. And many more are told directly or indirectly by a number that they are not good enough. That has a negative impact of their self-esteem, and it goes further than just a specific subject. And it can end up preventing them from shining in other areas where they might be gifted. 3, the curriculum. Any selection of topics for a curriculum only represent a small fraction, and biased fraction, of the knowledge accumulated by humanity. It's very hard to think in information that will be relevant for absolutely everyone in the world. Although we can think about some skills that could benefit many people, such as, for example, self-awareness or self-regulation, collaboration, and even being able to find how you learn best. What's more, the world is changing at super fast speed, and it's very hard to predict how it will look like with the impact of artificial intelligence and climate change. The fourth is governance. The best schools are the schools that are flexible enough to adapt to the needs of the community and their context. Flexibility can be built into the way an organization works. Think about why tech startups are so innovative. They are designed to continuously reinvent themselves until finding what works. Schools can and maybe should work in the same way. A key here is that there's not a single person that is going to know what to do next in an uncertain scenario. That's why diversity of perspectives matters. There's a wide range of practices that can be used to engage the school community in making decisions. For example, we can use democratic assemblies or Socratic circles and agile change-up sessions. And 5, the last one is the space. The learning space matters. This is the building and resources available to people to learn. Think of a time when you felt connected with yourself, when you have a feeling of fulfillment, or when you build meaningful relationship. What did that space look like? Learning spaces need to provide possibilities for diversity of ways in which people learn best, for peer collaboration and learning by doing and being creative. Also, the more we distance ourselves from nature, the harder it becomes to see how our wellness is connected with it. some of these ideas might sound like science fiction to you, and in a way, in a system level, they are. But at a local scale, though, we have already studied a diversity of schools and learning communities that integrate many of these principles. There are two ways to approach this. You can feel like a victim of the system. This is the perfect strategy to keep people inactive. Or as Noam Chomsky put it, the smart way to keep people passive and obedient is to strictly limit the spectrum of acceptable opinion, but allow very lively debate within that spectrum. Even encourage the more critical and dissident views. That gives people the sense that there is free thinking going on, while all the time the presuppositions of the system are being reinforced by the limits put on the range of that debate. The second choice is to ask the most critical question to yourself. What can I do to be part of the change? If this is your choice, at Evolving Education, we are with you on this.